Ever wonder what happened to Zuko's mom? The story of Ursa is one of the most heartbreaking tales in the entire Avatar universe. A story of love, sacrifice, and unbearable choices. Before she was the wife of a tyrant, Ursa lived a simple, happy life in the Fire Nation village of Hira'a. She was an actress in the local theater troupe, deeply in love and engaged to a man named Ikkum. Their future seemed bright, filled with the promise of a quiet, ordinary life together. But destiny, as it often does in this world, had other plans. One day, the Fire Nation royal family descended upon Hira'a. It wasn't a social visit. Fire Lord Azulon had received a prophecy, a union between his son, Prince Azai, and the granddaughter of Avatar Roku would produce a royal line of immense power. And Ursa was that granddaughter. The Fire Lord's command was absolute. Her peaceful life was shattered in an instant, forced to abandon her home, her love, and her dreams. Ursa was swept into the cold, gilded cage of the royal palace. Her marriage to Azai was anything but a fairy tale. It was a political prison. Ozai was cruel and ambitious, and Ursa found herself isolated, a pawn in his relentless quest for power. Her only sources of light in that darkness were her children, Zuko and Azula. She loved them both. But she shared a special, gentle bond with Zuko, her sensitive and often misunderstood son. She saw the good in him, a kindness that reminded her of the life she'd lost. And she nurtured it fiercely against the palace's harsh influence. Ursa tried to maintain a connection to her past, secretly writing letters to Ikkum, though she never sent them, fearing Ozai's wrath. But Ozai's paranoia knew no bounds. He intercepted her letters, leading him to believe Zuko might not be his son. This suspicion planted a seed of cruelty in Ozai that would torment Zuko for years. Ursa was trapped, her every move watched, her spirit slowly being crushed under the weight of her gilded prison. The breaking point came years later, after the war with the Earth Kingdom had taken a devastating turn. Ozai's own father, Fire Lord Azulon, was furious with him for speaking out of turn. As punishment for Ozai's disrespect and his suggestion that he, not his older brother Iroh, should inherit the throne, Azulon delivered a chilling command. He ordered Ozai to kill his own son Zuko, so he would know the pain Iroh felt after losing his son Lu Ten in battle. When Ursa learned of this monstrous decree, she knew she couldn't let it happen. She would do anything to protect her son. She approached Azai with a desperate proposal. Skilled herbalist, she knew how to create an untraceable, odorless poison. She offered to craft it for him, allowing him to assassinate his father, seize the throne, and secure his own power. In exchange, he had to spare Zuko's life. Ozai, ever the opportunist, agreed. But there was a condition. Once the deed was done, Ursa had to leave the palace forever and never return, ensuring she could never use her knowledge against him. It was an impossible choice, but for a mother protecting her child, it was no choice at all. That night, she went to Zuko's room one last time. She woke him, held him close, and told him, "Everything I've done to protect you. Remember that." Then, under the cover of darkness, she fulfilled her end of the bargain and vanished from the Fire Nation capital, leaving her children behind to save her son's life. She was branded a traitor and a conspirator, her name erased, her memory suppressed. She stepped into the shadows, becoming a ghost in her own story, all for the love of her son. And for years, Zuko was left with nothing but a scar, a burning question, and the faint memory of his mother's last words. Thanks for watching. If you want to dive deeper into more stories from the world of Avatar, make sure to like and subscribe. See you next time.